A service member of Russia's 270th Motor Rifle Regiment, Akhmat-Kavkaz, surrendered to Ukrainian troops in the Zaporizhzhia region after approaching the frontline unarmed and under the supervision of a Ukrainian drone, according to the 118th Separate Mechanized Brigade. The brigade reported that the fighter, identified as Artur, voluntarily walked toward Ukrainian positions along a railway line with his hands raised. Personnel monitored his movement using an aerial drone until he reached Ukrainian troops safely. According to the 118th Separate Mechanized Brigade, Artur previously served in the 270th Motor Rifle Regiment, Akhmat-Kavkaz, a unit formed in Chechnya and incorporated into Russia's 42nd Motor Rifle Division of the 58th Combined Arms Army. Artur told Ukrainian service members that he had been detained in Dagestan for minor drug use and was offered a military contract instead of criminal charges. He stated that local law enforcement receive 400,000 rubles or approximately $4,500 for every person they bring into the unit, adding, "He sold me there. They placed me on a one-year contract." Artur said he was promised a driver's position but was later transferred to a reconnaissance element that also participated in assault operations. He noted that most frontline troops deployed in these attacks were Russians and Dagestanis. According to him, Chechen servicemen linked to Ramzan Kadyrov's forces were not present in the assault groups and remained in rear areas. This experience, he said, led him to discard his weapon and seek an opportunity to surrender. He also notes that there are many soldiers who share the same opinion. The 270th Motor Rifle Regiment, Akhmat-Kavkaz, has been active in offensive actions in the Zaporizhzhia sector as part of Russia's 58th Combined Arms Army. The regiment is one of several formations created in Chechnya and deployed along the southern front. Recall, a motorized rifle regiment of the Russian Defense Ministry called Akhmat-Kavkaz has been formed in Chechnya. Chechen head Ramzan Kadyrov personally attended the first formation of the unit in Grozny, where he said that with such power it is possible to reach Kiev. According to Chechen Prime Minister Magom Dadov, since the start of the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the Republic has already formed 5 regiments, including the latest one, and 5 battalions under the Russian Defense Ministry. He claimed that during the years of war more than 55,000 fighters have been sent from the region to the front. It is likely that he was referring to volunteers from different regions of Russia being trained at the Russian Special Forces University in Gudurms. At the beginning of the war, Chechen Akhmat units were nicknamed TikTok warriors, a moniker derived from allegations that they often filmed videos far from where battles were ongoing and did not take part in the actual fighting. Kuzian Mezidov, a friend of Kadyrov's, was appointed commander of the Akhmat-Kavkaz regiment, having previously headed the 249th Separate Special Battalion, South, within the Rosgvardia. Last year, a member of this unit was accused of involvement in the robbery of a mobile phone shop in Russia's Kursk region.
Как сдался нашей птичке?
Встал на бугор и руки поднял. Он по дороге начал двигаться, и я понял, и я за ним пошел. То, что было в магазине, все выкинул. И броник оставил, вдруг там что-то взрыв, там наши тоже меня кидали, вот эти, опускали, взрывались.
Как ты понял, что это ваши?
Потому что когда я видел, когда я был в Чувашии, там вот дроны много летали, красные, они, у них верхняя крышка красная. Ассаламу алейкум всем, моим детям, жене и моим родителям. Иншаллах, все хорошо будет, меня хорошо приняли здесь, и я рад, что такие люди есть. Контрактникам я говорю сразу, пока не поздно остановиться в эти моменты, короче, что вы можете, надо уходить. Это на мясо отправляют нас, братья, вы сами знаете.
Ukrainian military expert Oleg Zhdanov noted an important nuance when expressing his opinion on the attack on the Shatursk State District power plant. The thing is, this station is one of the key points of shunting power for supplying Moscow with electricity. This station is responsible for these peak loads, for dampening them and preventing automatic rolling blackouts in Moscow, and now we've reached this station. It's literally 100 kilometers from Moscow, and if you take the ring road, it's much less 50 to 70 kilometers. As of today, this station has suspended power generation, and at any moment, residents of this region and residents of Moscow on the side where this station is located could experience rolling blackouts, which will be automatically triggered due to voltage imbalances in the grid. Let's remember Lenin, you're on the right track, comrades. So, we're on the right track. We've begun to knock out this energy ring built around Moscow, where electricity enters Moscow from 8 directions, explained the Ukrainian Armed Forces officer. Zhdanov then announced an event in Russia that would delight Ukrainians. I think we'll make it. Russians celebrate Christmas on the night of January 6th to 7th. They're still on the Bolshevik calendar in this regard, so we still have time to organize a complete blackout in the Russian capital. So, you see, we've even reached such sacred cows of the Russian Federation as the Shatura State District Power Plant named after Lenin, which was built during Lenin's lifetime and is now key to balancing Moscow's energy system. Former head of the Luhansk Military Civil Administration and former deputy minister for temporarily occupied territories and internally displaced persons, Georgy Tuka, says that there are numerous such facilities in the Moscow region, some of which produce products. For example, for ballistic missiles, that no other company in the Russian Federation produces. So if we disable even one of these facilities, the production chain will be disrupted, at least temporarily. A blackout in Moscow wouldn't hurt either, but I doubt we can organize that right now. Look at the Moscow air defense map. Moscow's airports are a weak point. Therefore, if we were to strike the Russian capital, I believe it would be advisable to focus on the airports, Tuka added. Defense Minister advisor and blogger Alexei Kopytko reported that the SBU continues systematically and effectively targeting Russian defense sector enterprises, significantly reducing Russia's potential for missile and drone strikes against Ukraine. He emphasized that the Russian military-industrial complex has vulnerabilities, and targeted strikes against production facilities are already having a tangible effect, especially given Russia's dependence on imported components. According to Kopytko, even a single precision strike can cause significant damage. Combined with operations against Russia's strategic aviation, such actions are becoming a real tool for influencing the course of the war. The Russian military-industrial complex has vulnerabilities, and systematically targeting factories is paying off given Russia's dependence on imports. Even a single hit can cause significant harm.